Hi, my name is Aaron Thomas. I am the owner and founder of Emo Inc. Incorporated. E stands for energy, Mo stands for motion. When you put energy and motion together, you have motivation. Today I'm going to talk to you about a way that you can help in funding this wonderful venture of mine. And what it's trying to do here is we're trying to break the chains and unlocking the social ills that are killing Native Americans and First Nations people. This is a article that just came out of the Seattle Times recently talking about suicide in Indian country. Indian country is defined as reservations within the United States and up in Canada with the First Nations people. Suicide stalks Indian country, claiming more lives of Native American youth than those in any other population, not only in Washington State, but nationally. The Washington State Department of Health statistics released this last month show that in Washington State, the rate of suicide among Native youth from 10 years old to 24 years old was more than double the rate of any other ethnic population. Some other key statistics about Native American people. According to the Native American Institute, circa 2010, about 40% of American Indians aged 26 to 49 reported binge drinking in the past month compared to the national average of about 29%. Now, according to the 2008 report by the Centers for Disease Control, about 12% of deaths among American Indians are alcohol-related, more than 3 times the percentage of the general population. And according to the Native American Institute, again, circa 2010, more than 21% of American Indians aged 12 years and up are more likely than other races to have an illicit drug use disorder in the past year. And then according to the 2011 U.S. Census, Native Americans have the highest dropout rates, the highest teen pregnancies, the most unemployment rates, and are the most poverty-stricken race in the United States and in Canada. So the million-dollar question, and actually it is a million-dollar question because I'm going to be asking you guys for $1 million or more, is why? Why are all of these things happening to Native American people? Well, again, according to the Native American Institute, there are several reasons why Native Americans and First Nations people endure these social ills. And the number one reason is historical trauma. Genocide was something that the U.S. government set out to do before, as they were in contact with the Native Americans, mainly over land and resources. Well, this historical trauma has led to genocidal depression, which is leading Native Americans to despair, feeling of helplessness, cultural oppression, making sure that the Native Americans don't use their own language was something that was part of the genocide plan. This has led to anger and aggression and violence and turning against oneself. These are the reasons why Native Americans are enduring these kind of social ills. Our product that we're selling, in one word, is hope. And I put that in big capital letters because how do you sell hope? Well, the reasons, again, in looking at this demographic, and we'll get right into that right now, the target demographic and the market are 14 to 35-year-old Native and First Nations Native Americans. The 2010 census says there's 1.8 million Native Americans, or 700,000 plus, 13 to 55-year-olds. In Census Canada, there's about 500,000 Native Americans, 14 to 50 years old. Now, 40% of suicides in Indian country are within this age group, and that source was from the Native American Institute in 2010. So this market, in order for us to be able to get and try to reverse a lot of those statistics that I already presented, is to try to get our Native Americans that are within the age of reasoning. According to Dr. Thomas Lacona, author of Raising Good Children, a person can change their habits, lifestyles, and paradigms and overall behavior effectively until early childhood, or excuse me, until early adulthood, around age 22. And since our demographic includes that, there's a significant opportunity to help change the paradigm of this demographic. Our mission statement is to strive to assist Native American and First Nations Indians in maximizing their personal and professional potential. We do this in what we call edutainment, or education through entertainment. And what we're talking about are, and we'll get into a little detail a little bit later, about a 1.5 hour presentation, going to reservations, and assisting them in learning about themselves, learning about what really is affecting them, and hopefully opening their eyes to ways that we can help them through our journey coaches, which are our online coaches or counselors that will help them through their journey into a higher or in maximizing their personal and professional potential. We'll gather life stories throughout this, and we'll be able to use these life stories in our marketing efforts down the road to really showcase how we're helping our First Nations and Native American people. The live shows are, again, 1.5 hour free presentations. We felt that it was very important to have free admission to allow folks to be able to come in and maximize their opportunity to come in. We would have cultural song and dance, self-help speakers. We'll have some acting and role-playing, rapping. We wanted to make sure that we use some cultural or some modern songs and dance, as well as pyrotechnicians that will help us really excite the general population that are coming in and witnessing this wonderful live show. Now, again, we talk about the live shows, the journey coaches, and the life stories, as well as the merchandise that we'll be selling through ways to try to assist our target demographic in changing their paradigm. Well, currently there are no competition. You have Joel Osteen, who tries to get folks to help become a better person, Joyce Meyer, who really targets women. But really, our primary research suggests that there are almost no groups or individuals to support motivational speaking directly to Native Americans, which has got a significant opportunity for our product to be sold. And the industry itself is a $28.9 billion a year industry, from live performances to street performers. It's got about a 1.3% increase into 2017. Now, what are the financials? Our forecast that we had originally needed to be tweaked a little bit, and so we did that. We originally thought that it would be an 8% monthly grow rate on all of our sales items, from our DVDs that we'll be selling, our audiobooks, our wristbands, our headbands, our t-shirts, all these ways to try to take the live show on the road with them. But we decided to go down to 4% with that, be conservative. What we were looking for is that originally we had looked for $1.325 million in capital investments, and so now originally it was $4.3 million, so we reduced that. Our $4.7 million operations budget is something that we're going to be needing help with. What we did is that we looked at our profit plan using our profit wheel. We estimated the level of sales, we forecasted our operating expenses, we calculated the expected profit, we priced the investment in our new assets, and we tested key assumptions. Our break even is that in year 2, our month 3, we will be breaking even. And again, this is where you will start begin to get your investment back. So if you choose to decide to help us, we are looking at a 337% internal rate of return after 5 years. That's whopping. If you look at the Excel spreadsheets that we FedEx to you, you can see directly what I mean by that. And again, it's just a great opportunity for you to participate. Now, where's this money coming from? Again, we are looking for seed money, business sponsorships like T-Mobile and Sprint, those kind of groups that are looking to target Native Americans, because, quite frankly, the Native American casinos are helping generate a lot of revenue for tribes. It's not nearly where we want it to be, but it's trending upwards. We're looking for about $3 million annually through business sponsorships, about $500,000 annually through tribal governments, and private investors such as yourself are looking about $1.5 million annually. This is about 1.5 times the deficit that we need. Our ongoing funding support, our sales of merchandise, are about roughly $1.4 million in the first year. We did say a 4% increase in a slide before. We're looking at a 2 to 4% increase. So again, we feel that through the generation of interest, we feel folks will not only buy our merchandise at the live shows, which are about 6 to 8 live shows per year, but we'll also get more online sales because of this. Our federal government, there's $2 billion of subsidies that were eligible according to the Native American Institute. We're looking for 0.001% of that, or 2 million, through the methamphetamine and suicide prevention initiative of the Indian Health Services. We feel like we're definitely eligible for that. What are the risks? We've got several risks that we understand. Of course, we want to take calculated risks. There's competitive risks, even though there are a few smaller tribal groups that are out there, there's just not enough. And so our competitive risks are basically nil. Our product risk, of course, that because the product risk is the fact that maybe hope isn't something that people want. Yeah, there's a definitely probability that this might not, the message that we're creating may not work. The execution risk. Myself, as the owner and founder, I have been very successful in almost every endeavor that I've put my foot forward in. I believe that in becoming a very positive influence in whomever I'm in contact with, and I believe that through my own story and the fact that I've come from an area where poverty, unemployment, violence in the home was a big part of my life. I've overcome that, and through my direction, we will make sure that we do hit the target market, basically directly straight in the middle of their eyes, and understanding that they can too overcome their obstacles. Global risks, of course. You never know what the global economy, what it's going to do. We need that global economy for discretionary income, for businesses to sponsor us. But according to CNN.com, and very credible economists believe that the global economy is getting better. Again, we'll be monitoring that as we go. Our company itself is made up of myself, the president, the founder. I have a general and administrative staff that's like 2.5 people there. Our key employees will be my director of marketing and my chief financial officer. We'll have on-stage speakers and adrenaline sellers. The adrenaline sellers are pretty cool. They're the ones that will go ahead of us about a day and a half before we get there to set up the live show and do guerrilla marketing, and they'll also be the ones up on stage helping us try to get the audience all revved up, ready to listen to what we have to say. We have some information technology folks that will be included because we need technology in the cloud to store all of our data, to help us with our website, and being able to provide that one-on-one access with the journey coaches. The journey coaches, by the way, will also be something that will be contracted out. We'll have a variety of them. We'll need more as we go along, and so we'll definitely monitor that as we go. The big key to my success in the company will be the Emo Inc. advisory board. We've already met with about 10 14 to 18-year-old Native Americans who have given me a lot of the primary research. We'll also have elders, a part of my advisory board, and we'll make sure that both the young and the elder will be a part of in guiding us in where we go. With our company retreats, we'll be able to invite them in and show them how we've impacted the Native Americans that we've come in contact with, and give them some key data, and then get guidance from them and sit back and listen to ways we can improve our product. And after that, I do encourage you to give me any questions that you have. We're very thankful that you took the opportunity to sit with us for about 15 minutes to give us your input. We would love to encourage you to give us any additional questions or input at this time. Thank you and for all that you do.